Why are my chess bishops always blocked by my own pawns? Imagine trying to make your bishops work for you, but they keep hitting a wall of your own pawns. It can be frustrating to see your powerful bishops stuck behind pawns that seem to get in their way. So, why does this happen? Well, bishops move diagonally across the board, but they can only stay on squares of the same color they started on. If your pawns are placed on those same color squares, they can block your bishops from moving freely. Pawns are often used to control space and defend, but they can unintentionally block your bishops if you place them directly in front of or on the same diagonal as your bishops. For example, if you develop your pawns early and they land on the same color squares as your bishops, they can create a barrier. This is especially common in the opening and middle game when pawns are pushed forward to control the center. Another reason is pawn chains. When pawns are lined up in a chain, they can form a wall that stops your bishops from reaching key squares. If those pawns are on the same color as your bishops, they can block the bishop's diagonal path. Sometimes players intentionally place pawns on certain squares to protect other pieces or control important areas, but this can backfire by limiting bishop mobility. To prevent your bishops from being blocked, you want to think about where you place your pawns. Avoid pushing pawns onto the same color squares as your bishops early on. Instead, try to keep some open diagonals for your bishops to develop into. Moving pawns to the side or capturing opponent pawns can open lines and give your bishops room to breathe. Developing your bishops early in the game is also key. Moving them out to squares like c4 or f4 for the light-squared bishop, or c5 or f5 for the dark-squared bishop, can help you avoid blocking your own pieces. Making pawn breaks, like pushing a pawn forward to open a diagonal, is another good strategy. For instance, pushing the pawn on d2 to d4 can open the diagonal for your light-squared bishop. Remember, controlling the center and creating open lines for your bishops makes a big difference. Keep an eye on your pawn structure and try to keep your bishops free to move across the board. This way, your bishops can become active and effective pieces rather than being trapped behind your own pawns.